Hey y'all, so today I'm going to be doing a dual form tutorial with Polygel. I've already prepped my nails and I'm going to actually start by using dehydrator and primer. I've never actually done this, but I'm going to try it today. Normally the base gel is just fine with me, but I'm going to try it. First I'm going to do dehydrator and then I'm going to add primer. I'm going to be using the dark pink Gershon Polygel and their spatula, and I'm going to be using dual forms. Now these dual forms, I'm going to be explaining it, that's why my hands are going to be moving a lot, but the dual forms are not from Gershon. These are Makartt dual forms. I don't like Gershon's dual forms. I feel like they don't have a good size range, if that makes sense. They're all very small and my fingers are not as small as their dual forms. Like, I need bigger dual forms. And I also don't like them because the Makartt dual forms, they're like rounded at the end, as you can see, but the Gershon dual forms, they kind of have lumps at the end, so I don't like that. I'm going to be using alcohol as my slip solution, and I'm going to start off by using base coat. Finish with the base coat. I cure my fingers for 60 seconds under the light. Now this is the pinky dual form. I'm going to show this one in real time, and when you do your dual form, size them, you want to go from sidewall to sidewall. If there's not one that exactly fits sidewall to sidewall, I would recommend getting the bigger one first because you can always file that side off, but a smaller one won't fit your finger well. So it might start popping up while you're trying to cure and stuff. I'm going to take the polygel straight from the tube, and once I put it in there, I'm going to take the brush from the polygel kit and dip it in the alcohol, and I'm just going to do a patting motion. I do it down the middle to get kind of the length, and then I work my way to the sides. Now in this dual form, I have way too much polygel, and I don't want them to be that long either, so I just took the dual form for my ring finger, and I took the spatula off the brush, and I just scraped some of that polygel out of the dual form and put it into the dual form for my ring finger, because we don't waste polygel around here. No, we don't. And that should be enough. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, but I'm gonna just pat it down. You can brush it too, like polygel is that soft, but I prefer patting it. But I'm just gonna make sure I have it at the right thickness, I have the curve right and stuff, the sides are together, and that's about enough polygel for me. like it, I'm gonna lightly push it onto my nail. You don't want to push it too hard because you don't want too much to spill out, but you're gonna lightly push it. I keep tapping it to make sure it's in place. And then once you put it on there, you might have some spill out on the sides and on the bottom. All you're going to do is you're going to take your polygel brush, dip it in alcohol, and you're just going to brush it off. And then once you get that right, you're going to flip it around and brush the inside so you can have a smooth surface. Once you finish applying your dual form, you're going to cure your fingers under the lamp for 60 seconds. Next, you take off the dual form. I normally don't do this until I finish all of them, but I'm doing it now. You're going to take off the dual form. It might be a little struggle, but you just have to twist and twist and twist, and eventually it's going to pop off. It's going to pop off clean if your polygel is cured all the way. Now, instead of doing it finger by finger, I'm just going to go ahead and get all the dual forms and put the polygel in all the dual forms at the same time, and then put them each under the light. So that's what you're going to see me doing next, and it is not at real time. I speed it up. If I didn't speed it up, this would be like a 30-minute video. And as you're going to see, I take it straight from the tube. You can use a spatula. I just prefer to do straight from the tube.
Perfect.
I don't know if y'all can tell, but in the first two dual forms I did, you can see them kind of level themselves out, so it's not lumpy anymore. It levels out after it sits for a little while. And again, I do the process of lightly placing it on my finger, cleaning up the spilled sides, flipping it over, making sure the other side is smooth, and then I cure under the light for 60 seconds. And again, I do this part finger by finger. Now it's time to take off the dual forms. You just again have to twist it, and eventually it'll just pop right off. It's easier to pop off if you leave some space on the dual form. So if the whole dual form isn't filled with polygel, it's easier to pop off because you have part of that dual form to actually grip onto. Dual forms, these are the nails without the dual forms finished, and now all you have to do is wipe off the tacky layer with some alcohol. I get my alcohol from Dollar Tree specifically for my nails, so you just wipe them off with some alcohol. And then next is the filing, shaping, and buffing. gonna cut them lightly longer than my desired length, of course, because you have to file some length off, and it's just so easy to work with. But this is the shape that I want, and I'm going to show you how I get that shape. I never really show how I file on camera because I have to hold my fingers at some weird angles, and I'm not able to film that right. As you can see, I have to flip my finger all different types of way and hold the file all different types of way in order to get the right angle. But I start by getting that little edge off that sticks out, and eventually it's going to get to where I can just peel it off. But that's the first thing I do. The first thing is I get that little edge off. Once I get the edge off, I try to make the end of it sharper. As you can see, I kind of rushed over that part because yeah, I couldn't hold my hand right to film it. That's why I don't film and file, but I'm trying. So next, I'm going to just hold the file against the side of my finger to where it's one side is on my finger and one side is on the tip of the nail, and I'm just going to file that. And then occasionally I'm going to file underneath, and I'm not going to keep filing one side. I'm going to flip to the other side, file until it's like the side I finished. Then I'm going to go back to the other side until I get the look I want, and again occasionally filing underneath. With the file pressed against my finger at the same time as my nail. So it's not on the whole nail. Some of the file is pressed against the finger, some of the file is pressed against the nail to get a diagonal shape. Now I'm going to start filing the edges so they can be more curved and it won't be a straight edge. You're going to see the difference. It doesn't look like much of a difference, but you're going to see the difference when I turn to the other side that I didn't file. See how it looks like a straight edge and this is a curved edge? You want to do that. Now that that's done, I'm going to take my drill. This isn't the right bit, but it works well enough for me, especially with polygel, since polygel is so soft. And I use it at not a very fast pace to clean up the cuticle. Some of that can be just picked off, but majority of it is most likely going to need to be filed, and this works for me. I don't have the right bit. But this works well. You don't want to do it really fast, and you don't want to do it too hard because it will burn. It'll burn. But yeah, I use it to clean my cuticle, and I did that with all of my fingers. Now when I finish filing the cuticle, I just take the regular hand file and I blend it all out, making sure the bottom is smooth, making sure my shape is nice and crisp and how I like it, and just make sure that everything is filed. It's nice and smooth. It's no bumps. It's curved right. Make sure the end is straight, and yeah. rest of them off camera. And this is what it looks like when I am all finished. I just wiped them out with some alcohol to get the dust off, and now I'm going to be adding the top coat. You want to do a thin layer of top coat. You don't want to use too much top coat. The top coat does go a long way, because if you use too much, you will be out of top coat before you know it. So I'm just going to apply the top coat. This is not at normal speed. This is faster. And once I finish applying the top coat, I'm going to cure it under the light for 60 seconds. Once it's finished curing, you're going to apply oil to your cuticles, and you're going to rub that in. And that's the last step. That's it. That is it, y'all. I haven't used dual forms in a little while, but that's it. I really like dual forms. They're faster. They give me the best shape, honestly. But that's it. I hope y'all liked the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I want to know your thoughts. Follow me on Instagram. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.